Let us move on to the next method of asexual reproduction, that is multiple fission. It is to be studied with respect to amoeba. As the name itself suggests, multiple fission means from a single parent cell we are going to get large number of daughter cells. So multiple fission takes place during adverse conditions like lack of food. So when there is shortage of food, lack of food, or water, in that case the organism opts for multiple fission. Formation of pseudopodia stops. So here the pseudopodia, which are the locomotory organs or the organ through which the animal captures the food, the formation of pseudopodia is stopped. Thereby the movement is also stopped. There is no movement also of the animal. It becomes rounded. So you will find that the organism which was initially irregularly shaped now has turned round in shape. Cyst, a protective covering around plasma membrane, is going to be formed. Now what does the animal do after it gets rounded? It develops a protective covering around the plasma membrane, and this covering is referred to as cyst. It is called encysted amoeba. So the amoeba which is having this covering around its plasma membrane in the form of cyst is called as encysted amoeba, because the amoeba animal is present inside the cyst. Many nuclei are formed by repeated nuclear divisions followed by cytoplasmic division. So now the animal is resting, and because of the adverse conditions, it has formed a cyst around itself, which is a protective covering. And now we find that the nucleus undergoes repeated division. And now in this diagram, you can find that there are so many nuclear divisions which have taken place. So there are repeated nuclear divisions which are going to take place inside the cell, which is followed by the cytoplasmic division. Many amoebulae are formed. So number of daughter cells are formed inside the body of the amoeba. They remain encysted till adverse conditions. So long as the adverse conditions persist, shortage of water and food, the animal is going to remain in the same state. So here you can see that the daughter cells have been formed, nuclear and cytoplasmic divisions have also occurred. Cyst breaks open during favorable conditions and the amoebulae are released. So when the favorable conditions, that is food and water, are available, once again the cyst breaks open and it releases all the daughter amoebulae that were inside into the water. So this is how multiple fission takes place, that is from a single parent cell we get large number of daughter cells or daughter amoeba are going to be formed. So this is what is multiple fission in case of amoeba. The third and the last method of asexual reproduction in unicellular organisms is budding. We are studying budding in yeast. Yeast is a unicellular fungus and it is commonly used for making bakery items. So it is also called as baker's yeast. So yeast reproduces by a method which is called as budding. How budding takes place? A small bulge appears on parent cell. So here we have a parent cell, a large one. So this is the parent cell and a small bulge, and outgrowth we can say appears on the parent cell. This bulge is actually a bud. So this bulge or outgrowth which has appeared on the parent body is actually a bud. Two daughter nuclei are produced by mitotic division. So now what happens next is that the parent nucleus starts dividing and it gives rise to two nuclei. Out of that, one of the nuclei starts entering into the bud. So here we can see two nuclei which have been formed, and one of the nuclei has started migrating and it has reached the bud area. After sufficient growth, bud separates from parent cell and starts to live independently. So here we find that in the third diagram we can notice that the nucleus has completely divided and it has migrated into the bud, This bud on reaching maturity will separate from the parent body and it will start leading an independent life. So these were the methods of asexual reproduction in unicellular organisms. We have seen binary fission, multiple fission, and budding as the various methods of asexual reproduction in unicellular organisms. So we will stop here and tomorrow we shall continue. Thank you.